Hello there everyone and welcome back to DML. So the second boss challenge has just begun in DML. So this is pretty much exactly the same as it was over the last 3 days, with the boss dragons this time being for the Guardian and for the Griffin. Obviously the map has changed, so we are on, what is this, level 7? So we've got like the little snake pit and everything that we can look at, but unfortunately the required elements have changed this time. And these are elements that we actually do not have a hold of. So our boss challenge has already ended on this fight right here. There's actually a couple of fights that we can't do with our team. And actually, if you want to check what the required elements are for every single fight, the DML wiki has actually created a table for this. So this is in the Mount Drag Olympus section. I will link this in the video description and all that, but they've got the first challenge all done, and then the second challenge they have all of the table of required or allowed elements as well. So like the first one we can't do. We could do pretty much every single fight apart from the first one and this one in the middle here, the water and energy one, which sucks because again every other fight we can do here because we have the elements, but the issue is if you can't do the fights in this event, you can't even skip them. Like, even if you spend gems, you legitimately cannot even skip these fights, which means it is physically impossible for me to do this boss challenge. So no more divine tickets for me this time around. If your team does well with this one, you know, I'm super happy for you, but that is the end of the challenge for me. Not that I really care about the divine tickets anymore anyway, because we're not getting the dragon we want. But, you know, just in case you wanted to know what the deal was, the new challenge is up. So make sure you're getting as many tickets as you can if you want to get them for the Zeus. I also want to mention, because I only just noticed, but we do know what the next dragon of the week is going to be for next week. So on the in-game news section it says who's coming. Can you guess who's going to be the next dragon of the week? Good luck with the boss challenge, blah blah blah. But we've got this little egg here, and this is actually the egg for the Tracht dragon, who is a shadow dragon. I don't know where he is. He's in one of our habitats anyway, somewhere. He's probably somewhere around here, but either way, the Tracht dragon is a cute little guy. There he is. We've got baby Demi here. But water, shadow, and metal. So he is an interesting little fellow, but he is going to be next week's dragon of the week. So make sure you are around on Monday for my guide on all of that stuff. But on top of that event just beginning, we do also have a couple of weekend events. So we have a golden opportunity event with the first prize being the sulfur dragon. So this is a dragon that we do have, but you know, still a pretty cool looking guy, and if you haven't had him before, this is a good opportunity. So spend as much gold as you can for a chance to earn special rewards. Might as well participate because 2 gacha tickets are the 6 million rewards. So definitely make sure you are participating in that. And then the VIP event that we have here is for the arboreal dragon, which is a very nice looking guy. Another dragon that we have, but again, more divine gacha tickets are available in this event. So gather as much food as you can from any source. Let's participate, easy enough. 450,000 food. You know, not too difficult to collect all of that in like a couple of days. So you know, we'll just keep putting in some spring cherries for now, put in some other food, and that will pretty much already give us the divine gacha tickets before we even know it. And so I'll collect my clam for today, because obviously I did put the clam on a few days ago. We do have VIP, so we can partake in that arboreal dragon event. And you know, it's just these like little miniature events and that are giving us more and more tickets every so often, and you know, the boss packs and all of that, which do give you the opportunity to get like a good selection of those divine gacha tickets if you are trying to get all of them. But you know, I think it's pretty disappointing that it is physically impossible to do those fights in that boss challenge. Like, even by skipping with like gems and that, in a way I guess that's a good thing to some people, because you know, there are other people out there that are like, ugh, you shouldn't allow, you know, pay-to-win players any advantage in this game. But you know, when it's a special event that is going to give you the most powerful dragons in the game and you can't even just skip a single fight, like even if it was one fight a person couldn't do, I reckon they would spend like a good 50 gems to skip it, a few people. But you know, if you want to make the events impossible for some people to do, you know, that's just what they decided. So, you know, we're just going to live with it for now. I will do a few more enchantment fights for today because still trying to get my hands on those energy materials that are causing me a great deal of grief. Ugh, we're never gonna get the stuff that we need, are we? Why are you gonna be like this to me, game? First you give us, like, $500 dragons that we have to collect, and now this ongoing situation, which is giving me heartache. Like, I'm legitimately suffering because of this game. I'm gonna claim that you have tortured me mentally and claim compensation. I'm sure it would go through the courts. Surely. And I hope you know I'm joking about that. But aside from that, they did actually, the official DML page on Facebook did make a short post about the clan event and making some changes to future events at the request of players, something along those lines. I'll admit I haven't read through the whole post yet, so I don't actually know it back to front, but from the very limited amount that I saw of it, apparently they were just talking about the fact that they realise that there have been a lot of problems recently with events and maybe not lived up to the community's expectations. So I'm not sure what else that entails. I'll probably check it out just as I end the video today, just in case there's something super important in there. But either way, at least they are accepting, or they are willing to address the fact that maybe a good portion of their player base isn't happy with the latest choices. You know, mostly with the event rollback issues and the new divine chest. The new divine chest as a whole ain't proven too happy for some people, but either way, we'll go and check it out now, actually, just because, you know, I've intrigued myself, almost, in what this post actually says. So, we'll go through this together, so I don't even know what this says. So, greetings! The reception of the Clan Siege's first version has revealed us that there's room for improvement regarding the fun factor of this event. We'd very much like to take our chance and make the Clan Siege an engaging, thrilling, and impressive experience. To escalate improvement in the gameplay and balance of the event, we plan to reapproach some of its features from a different perspective. This means that the Clan Siege is going to be recalled until we find the right adjustments and make them happen in the game. Once we finish the revamping of the event, we aim to return a Clan Siege that's super fun and entertaining to be played with. Also, we've received lots of constructive feedback from you, and we'd like to articulate our appreciation of your support, as it's been a great help for us in deciding about the most necessary changes. Thank you, keep being awesome. Have a wonderful weekend. And so, basically, people are upset that, you know, the latest clan event wasn't really up to people's expectations, and on the forums they have been passing back a lot of feedback about the latest events, like I said, but, you know, with the new Clan Siege, with the first week being physically impossible for anyone to actually finish it, and then the rest of the weeks, I think it was 2 clans in the world that managed to finish it off, something like that, and, you know, that is very disheartening, knowing that, like, only a few clans in the entire world can actually finish off the event. And in general, you know, I haven't personally participated in any of the clan stuff in probably about a few months now. Mainly because it is so incredibly boring to me. So, at the end of the day, I think they've taken all the feedback from players and sort of said, you know what? You know, the clan event kind of sucks, basically. So they are completely taking it out, and they are going to be working on it. I mean, the fact that we had clan events running at the same time as all of these divine events was a little bit too much anyway for a lot of people. I mean, admittedly, the boss challenge isn't time-consuming at all. It's just come back every 4 hours and do one fight, which, you know, that is fine. Doing one fight every 4 hours is fine. You know, as an event as a whole, I find that to be an extremely boring one, especially considering I can't even do it because my team doesn't have the right elements. But if I could do the fights, they're still extremely boring to have to wait that amount of time just to do that. So, you know, I think in general, as long as the feedback does keep getting passed on to the development team, you know, that's a good thing. There's not a whole lot else that can be done rather than, you know, people give their feedback, post it, and then, you know, we'll just see what happens. But for the meantime, you know, we'll see what they change regarding the clan event and whatever, because it is pretty boring, admittedly, at the moment, and, you know, there's always other things that could be improved on in the game, but, you know, the clan stuff in particular, it's just a snore fest. I know some clans that absolutely adore the clan events as they are currently, but, I don't know, maybe just too many people complained about it being that bit little too boring, but you know, we'll see. The game's going to keep evolving either way. The fact that Gameloft just brought out a new element and are bringing out all these new events proves that they don't want to give up on DML. It's not a game that they've stopped working on at all. Like, they are actively doing stuff with this game every single day, more or less. So, you know, I think it's definitely gonna be a, you know, it's definitely gonna be something new at the end of the day. But, you know, regardless of that, I am probably gonna leave you guys there. Sorry I sort of stuttered there, my voice is still a little bit dead, I'm not sure why. It's just sort of dying a little bit, but regardless of that, you know, if we hear anything else and, you know, anything about the clan improvements, I will let you know. But for the most part, enjoy the new boss challenge if you can complete it and everything, and, you know, just on top of everything else, hope you're having a good day, but until next time, I will see you then.